Did you know that our souls are connected by fate? It's Yuno Hanaki from production Kawaii's Hanamizuki. Have you ever wondered what it's like to be an Oni in Onigashima? Have you ever wondered what Onigashima's culture is all about? Have you ever wondered, gee, I really like Oni, one Oni in particular, and I want to learn more about her? Well, you've come to the right place. Welcome to Onigashima Mondays, or OniMon for short. Welcome in, everybody. Okay, so I gave it away a little bit in that brief introduction, but basically, the idea for Onigashima Monday is meant to be talking about all kinds of stuff. Sometimes it will have a theme, sometimes it won't. But I liked the idea of having sort of a weekly little, like, guaranteed Zatsudon stream because it's my strength. So here we are. Slightly different atmosphere, slightly different vibe. You can actually see Onigashima behind me. Or at least a little bit of it. So, the vibe is meant to be a bit different compared to my usual streams for this one in particular. I do plan in the future also, there will be, since it's going to be every Monday, I'm thinking either the first Monday of every month, or maybe the last Monday of every month will be a specifically like a Q&A type stream. That'll probably be where I answer marshmallows and stuff. And I know YouTube also has like a Q&A feature now, so I can probably open that up, and I would be taking questions on that day. What do you guys think sounds better, first of the month or last of the month? What is your wisdom this day, sacred forehead of Onigashima? I'm not the sacred forehead. I am pretty special compared to a lot of the people on Onigashima, but I'm not special because of my forehead. Trust me. Last of the month? Okay, sounds good. Well, I guess that would technically make today be a Q&A day, which... fair enough. I'm not sacred! Stop! Jeez. Anyways. So, welcome to Onigashima Monday. This is meant to just kind of be an introduction to the concept, where we'll be talking about me. I'll answer questions about Onigashima that you guys might have. We can dive a little bit into, like, lore if we are so inclined. But yeah, we're gonna be talking all things Oni. That's me. I'm the Oni, in case you didn't figure that part out. Most people are saying last of the month, and I think I agree with that. So maybe last of the month's Onimons will be specifically the Q&A ones. Does Onigashima McDonald's have the McRib? No, unfortunately. But I hear they're supposed to be trying it out in the upcoming season. Because I think it's coming back soon. I don't really eat it, so I wouldn't know. When I go to Onigashi McDonald's, I tend to just get just like a basic cheeseburger. Or nuggets if I'm feeling up to nuggets. What is the dinonym for people from Onigashima? I guess just Oni? I don't know. We don't really call each other stuff like that. Oni language doesn't really have the same sort of spoken conventions that the human language does. So I can't really like articulate it very much. Oni language is actually very hard to translate. Nuggets made from mortals? I mean, this might be very mindless consumer of me, but I've never really thought to question where the ingredients at Oni McDonald's come from. Why not just a Happy Meal? You'd get a toy, but the portions are so small. And I'm not a child. I don't need those little plastic toys. If I want a little plastic toy, I can buy one myself. That's the power of being an adult. Can you say something in Oni language? I wish that I could. Ever since I discovered the internet and started getting more immersed in internet culture, I can understand Oni language when it's spoken to me, but my actual spoken Oni has gotten a little bit rusty. But you guys kind of had the right idea when you thought that me typing in emojis was basically Oni language. We just kind of speak everything out in very simple, Oni words. So it translates to stuff like pensive or like V for the peace sign emoji. Happy Meal gets an apple slice, but the apples at Onigashi McDonald's are bad. Those are unfortunate. What is the population density of Onigashima per square kilometer? Hard to say. I can't really talk about numbers because numbers are a bit difficult for me to comprehend. But I can say that I am the only, like, human-type person on Onigashima. Unless I receive visitors, I guess, in which case sometimes there will be more humans, but generally we don't really have any humans here. I'm the closest to human that we have, and I'm only half. Does Onigashima have any sports ball? Yeah, we have some. They picked up on it. We've been slowly kind of trying to integrate more human-esque culture in Onigashima. At least in the village that I live in. We're really getting into the weeds. You guys are asking such, like, boring questions. Imports and exports? We don't really have any of those. At least not in the traditional sense of, like, we receive a good, we then also exchange a good. I guess we're, like, all imports. All import culture. Sunlight, yes or no? Big no. Really big no. I'm safe right now because I'm inside of a house. But if I was in direct sunlight, that could get kind of bad for me. How did you offend the customer to get exiled to Onigashima? I figured that question would come up eventually. I think it's a bit too early to answer it, though. This is only the first one. I gotta get to know you guys a little bit more before I can talk about my deep inner secrets. We aren't at that level in our like, friendship levels yet. Are you the shortest in Onigashima? Yes, unfortunately. Oni are traditionally very, very tall. At least most of the ones in my village. So, they're all, like, huge. And I'm very tiny in comparison. Is your forehead the largest in Onigashima? No. There are a few Oni that have much bigger heads than me. And so they have really big heads. Their foreheads are big. There are also some Oni that are bald, so that automatically gives them bigger foreheads because you can just see more of the forehead. Shared now? What do you mean? I don't have any pictures of the other Oni on hand. Oni power is determined by forehead size. I never said that! I just said that some have bigger foreheads. Are there only Oni with one horn or some with two horns? I think most have two horns. There are several with only one horn, though. They claim that it's from the battles. The village that took me in is one of the more aggressive ones in Onigashima, so, like, they tend to fight and, like, directly oppose humans, I guess is the word, more often. They are a bit more vengeful. There are some villages that are also more peaceful, but I'm surrounded by very fiercely protective Oni, perhaps to a fault. What form of government does Onigashima have? I don't think we really have one. Like, we have elders, and we are meant to respect our elders, but other than that, there isn't, like, a strict political structure. We don't really vote for anyone. We don't really question anything either. I think we just simply exist. Do Oni horns go back if they get damaged, or are they like human teeth? I don't think they can grow back. As far as I know, most of the people that I've seen with broken horns, they don't grow back. I'm surprised you did not catch some of that aggression from there. You seem pretty chill. It might be the fact that I'm still partially human. I'm sure if, in the ceremony, if they managed to make me fully Oni, maybe I would have turned out a bit more aggressive. But at least for who I am as a person, I think my human half kind of makes me a bit more sympathetic? Empathetic. Both of them, I guess. I think I care a little bit more about, like, other people and other creatures. I'm not as likely to, like, go after other creatures for that reason. But that's why I mentioned that the Oni are kind of fiercely protective. Because if another creature wrongs me, the other Oni will kind of, like, get up and start, attacking them to defend my honor, so they say. I don't really get why they do that. Do other mythical creatures live in Onigashima, or is it just Oni? It's primarily Oni, but there are other mythical creatures here, yes. Do other Onis have tattoos? Yes, they do! They claim that it's a source of their power that's been, like, bestowed upon them. They don't all have them in the same places. Like, some have, like, really intimate back tattoos. Some have, like, sleeve tattoos. I'm acquainted with one Oni that has tattoos all over their face. So that's pretty cool. When they decided to do the ceremony for me, we just thought that my thigh was the best place to do it. Because many Oni are born out of vengeful human souls, there is a myth that the tattoos are placed on the spot that was either related to or potentially even caused your death. So you can think about that how you will. It's never really been confirmed or denied because most Oni do not remember their human lives at all. Are there any overbearing Onigashima knights that have personalities like Flynn? That's a very specific question. I wouldn't say that in particular. We have overbearing personalities for sure. Are they like Flynn? Maybe not. So you broke your femur? No! What do you remember besides vast knowledge of tales and saving seals? I remember some things. I remember what it was like being a performer in my village. I remember my family, to an extent. I remember some of the friends that I had, the other girls that I would perform with back then. Stuff like that. It's kind of fuzzy now, though. Since it's been over 200 years at this point, a lot of those memories are shadows. I have a vague idea of who they are. A vague idea of how I felt in each moment. But a lot of the details have been lost to time. Or maybe they've even been lost to the fact that I've been an Oni for so long. What kind of performances did you do? I did everything. I would sing, I would dance, I would tell stories. My acting and my storytelling were apparently my strongest suits. I do remember that much at least. I liked singing, and I would try to sing as much as I could, but I think most people would come to me in order to hear a story. So you were a one-Oni show? Oh no! I would still perform with the others that worked in the same place as me, but... I guess I was kind of the one in charge of coming up with stories for us. Can you play the recorder? Unfortunately, I think the one thing I couldn't do was perform with instruments. Because I definitely do not have any skills with instruments now. With how good you are, I would have heard your stories every day. Oh, that's very sweet. Thank you. You're wrong since the voice is an instrument and you're hella good with that. Oh my gosh. Don't flatter me so much, but thank you. That does mean a lot. You'd ever do a pre-show ritual to help you in your performance? That kind of stuff has kind of faded from my memory. I just try to be really prepared, I guess. I make sure I get water. I make sure that nothing will interrupt me in the moment. I would say that I'm pretty good at remembering my lines, so I don't really have to do anything like that in order to get ready. I see your fact about British baked beans, but I'm pretending I don't see it. Man. Don't remind me. The advent of beans in Setsubun. I was technically bullied with people throwing beans at me even before I became an Oni, so I guess it was foreshadowing that I was born on February 3rd. Are beans banned in Onigashima? Kind of. Certain kinds of beans are. There are exceptions, and if you're going to take a bean and use it to make it into something else, like if you're going to take coffee beans and turn them into, like, coffee grounds, or if you're going to take red beans and turn them into a red bean paste, that's all okay. But, like, actual raw beans, especially if you're going to take a bean and throw them at somebody, that's banned. The act of bean throwing is banned. And we know if you throw beans because Oni have very adverse reactions to beans being thrown at them. It must have been rough. I hate that. You guys are goofy. Turning green beans into weapons. Well, the green bean casing isn't necessarily bad. It's the, like, beans inside of it. If you tried to throw those, that's where you would have issues. Ah, good night. Sleep well. Can you guys stop with the bean puns? Although I guess I'll take them over forehead jokes. Boozled by beans. I am aware of Bean Boozled. I've never personally tried it, though. Because I hate beans. So, like, I've heard that it exists, and I hear that even humans really hate it. So, obviously, people are learning that beans are evil and should not be trusted. But Bean Boozled challenges are kind of old now, no? I thought so, anyway. Are there any beans that are acceptable? Well, like I said, we are allowed to have beans if we intend to turn them into a different form that's, like, not the bean itself. So, like, coffee beans, those are okay. And then if you're turning red beans into a red bean paste, that's also okay. Things like that. Yeah, cacao beans, too. If you're turning them into something else, then they're also okay. What about jelly beans? I was just talking about the Bean Boozled challenge, which are jelly beans. Those are evil. Hate those. Bean Boozled are an adventure. I ate the skunk spray one time and immediately threw it into my buddy's mouth since he was laughing and had his mouth open. Ew! Gross! I think the thing that's worse about that is that it was an already eaten bean that you put in someone else's mouth. Disgusting. Ugh. Do baked beans count? Baked beans are the worst. Nobody likes baked beans. Blech. Can you eat candy corn, and do you? We can. I don't think that really counts as a bean. I don't really go out of my way to eat it, but it doesn't taste awful. You guys have to remember, I'm not that big of a candy person to begin with. So, like, I'm not really gonna eat much candy regardless of whether it's a popular candy or not. I will not take this baked bean slander. Well, I'm sorry, but I hate baked beans. They're in, like, the top 5 worst beans. None for me. No thank you. Top 5 is crazy. What are you talking about? Yeah, see, you should take it like how Mischievous Shark does and just be like, more for me. Nom 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 nom. Before your exile, were you granted any retainers to accompany you into this world to assist you? Mm-mm. It was just me, all by myself. Everybody else, well, because of the exile, nobody came with me. Nobody really trusted me anymore. How do you feel about Nami-senpai having several bean emotes? I mean, I love that for her. As long as she's happy, I'm happy. That means that she can have all of the beans and I don't have to have any of them. It must have been a bit tough being alone. It was. I try not to think too much about it. I do have very clear memories of that night in particular, but the more I try to dwell on it, the more upset I get. But it was kind of tough. I'm okay, though. Most of the people that have wronged me from back then are probably no longer in this world, so me personally, I guess I'm not that bothered by it anymore. And I basically get to be immortal because of becoming half Oni, so who's the real winner? Bean mobiles? Those aren't real. Those aren't real things. Oni are all really strong, right? How much can you lift? Most Oni are strong. Because I am also still partially human, I am not as strong as the other Oni in Onigashima. They say that I make up for it with my brain, but I wonder if they're just saying that to make me feel better. Dig up their bones? Who's to say I haven't already? You do remember my debut, right? You do remember what this accessory is supposed to be, right? Although it wasn't me that dug it up. You know how I mentioned that the Oni that I live with are particularly vengeful? They presented this to me as a peace offering. They took care of the problem, let's just say. Speaking of, why are you a half Oni and not a full-fledged Oni? I don't remember the details entirely, but, something went wrong with the ceremony. They were bestowing the tattoo on my thigh. As you guys know, I have the tattoo. When they were doing the ritual, something kind of interrupted the process, so I wasn't able to fully convert my soul. Perhaps it's because I only committed a sin in the eyes of the person who couldn't forgive me. That's my theory, anyway. They invited them to a barbecue and brought back the leftover bones, right? Sure. But I mean, they must have taken a really long time at that barbecue in order for this bone to come back gilded in gold and emeralds. I'm glad you're here regardless. Well, thank you. I am very happy to be here. Probably didn't recite the mantra in iambic pentameter. I don't know about all that. Like I said, Oni language doesn't really have the same conventions that human language does. The gold and emeralds were from the sauce. I don't think barbecue sauce has gold and emerald in it. The half laugh is far more frightening than no laugh at all. What do you mean half laugh? I don't know what you're talking about. How is the education system in Onigashima? Most Oni can't read, unfortunately. They've actually accumulated a lot of books, but nobody really reads them. So a lot of times they've been bringing their books to me and having me read what's on the pages. I've ended up reading a lot of books for this reason. I've always loved books and stories to begin with, so I don't really mind having this task assigned to me, but... So most Oni can't read. They don't really see the value of books. They'll bring them to me just to see what the book is about, but if I try to explain, they'll just be like, oh, I don't care anymore, and then they'll walk away from me. So, I'm just like, alright, more for me then? Thanks. The fact you can use a PC is even more surprising. Yeah, we got some help. I have a friend who comes to visit Onigashima for summer vacations, and... Well, I met her because she was already coming on one of her summer breaks. She didn't start coming here because of me. But we became friends when she was here on one of her trips, and she was the one that introduced the whole concept of computers and the internet and stuff like that. Are Oni books just picture books? They just don't have books. Most of their stories are told orally. They don't really see a point in writing things down. Nothing's really preserved like that. I do think they, like, carve things on the cave walls, because a lot of them still live in caves up in the mountains, but other than that, there isn't really, like, a record of things. A society based in tales and such. Exactly. I was gonna ask if that was Kaya, but she doesn't strike me as the computer tech expert. No, it wasn't Kaya. Are you the only one that has an internet connection and uses it frequently? The other Oni do use it to an extent. because they don't really know how to read, and they don't really know how to write, it's mostly a lot of point and click. If they want to, like, type things or read things that are written, they have to get outside assistance. A keyword, that's me. I'm the outside assistance. But yeah, everybody else has an internet connection too. I was just one of the first to really, like, utilize it for something like streaming, I suppose. Do Oni have any toys to play with, like Beyblades or Tech Decks? Kind of. A lot of, like, older toys. Because we've only just started to get more connected with the outside world and kind of start integrating more of human culture into Onigashima, we didn't really have a lot of the more modern toys, as they're known in human culture. We're getting there. We're learning about things slowly. Just understand that we are very behind. Kids used to play with things like kendama and stuff like that. I think one of my customer service calls got redirected to Onigashima. Couldn't understand a word that guy was saying. Yeah, that'll happen. I remember when I first came here, I had a very hard time understanding Oni speak. It was all just a lot of, like, grunts, and, like, one or two words were kind of audible, but other than that, I really didn't understand anything. One of the benefits of getting the tattoo was that their language became a lot clearer to me. Do you have an Oni version of Walmart? We have one, but only one. Onigashima's not a very big island, I will say. I think it's bigger than you're imagining, but it's still not very big. So we have, like, one or two of most of the modern-day conveniences. Like, we have a mountain Onigashi McDonald's, and then we have a non-mountain Onigashi McDonald's, for example. I think we only have one Walmart. Can we see your tattoo again? Of course! So it's bellflowers because the place where the ceremony took place was actually in the middle of a bellflower field. On Onigashima, the bellflowers kind of glow at night. They look like glowing purple stars. So the bellflower felt very fitting for me. Just hold it there? Okay. Were you an Oni cursed to be half human, or human cursed to half Oni? Human cursed to half Oni. I said that in my debut. Were you not paying attention? Man. It always happens. You try to have a conversation with someone and all they do is pay attention to your forehead and not the words that you're saying. We live in a society. Are we good? Did you get the shot? I assume that's what you're doing, right? I'm sorry, what was that? I hate it here. And this is how your villain arc began? Nah, I wouldn't have a villain arc. At least not over something like this. That'd be too petty. If I'm going to have a villain arc, it'll have to be, like, a particularly large wrong that is done to me. With this strategy, you can get your fans to focus more on your thighs than your forehead. Okay, but then you can't, like, give me eye contact while I'm talking to you. It's a double-edged sword. I want eye contact. If you could swap the flower tattooed on you, which other flower would you like? I still feel like bellflowers suit me the most, but I guess... That's tough. There's so many really pretty flowers. I guess maybe like a white lily? I think that would look really pretty. Eye contact? Do guys even know what that is? I should hope. Look me in the eyes when I'm talking to you. I get it though. Eye contact can be a bit difficult to maintain. I'm not lying. In public speaking lessons, they advise to look at people's foreheads so that you don't lock eyes. That is not true. I also took public speaking lessons. That's not true. They tell you to look above a person, not at their forehead. They tell you to look, like for me, it would be like telling you to look at my crown. You have very wonderful green eyes. My eyes are purple! What the heck? I look at forehead. No one asked. Hi, Kaya. The Oni eating Nin Nin? Since when does she eat Oni? What lore has she been feeding you guys? Because that doesn't sound very accurate. Why do you guys keep saying green eyes? My eyes are purple. I don't think I eat Oni. Yeah, exactly. You're meaning to withhold McDonald's from her again. She can get McDonald's on her own if she wants it. They look green to us? What are you talking about? What are you... Huh? What about these is green? Explain. What are you weirdos talking about? Now we can't see your eyes? What are you talking about? Damn, your forehead's huge. Shut up! That's not what this is about! Weird shade of green? I hate this. Some of you are making a joke about my forehead. Some of you are making a joke about something that's definitely not my forehead. Feels weird seeing your ears so close. Yeah, I have ears. Aren't they cute? I have cute little ears. Very cute. I know what you're talking about. I know where the guys were looking. I'm an adult. I understand. Very cute face, 10 out of 10. Why, thank you. I'm adorable. I was looking at the horns. Don't lump me in with them. Everyone's just like, I wasn't looking there. I swear, I was looking, Did you know her mama censored her eyes? They're so covered up. No, what we should be saying is that my eyes don't exist on my model. Like, the presence is there, but then they're not actually on the model. Well, I think they are on the PSD, but they're not on this version of the model. Your pouty face makes you look even more adorable. Not adorable! Not. You look like Kaya when she gets rid of her eyes and that's actually cursed. We're talking about the other kind of eyes. You eyeless too? No. Not in the same way you are. Ingi mode activate? Yeah, Ingi. Man. No eyes, no nose, only cute forehead. You guys would love that, wouldn't you? You would just love if my second outfit, I just got rid of everything else on my face, so it was just all skin. So you guys could just look at the forehead forever. Perhaps. Man. You weren't supposed to agree with me. You're supposed to say no, Yuno. We love all the parts of you. We wouldn't want you to get rid of them. But instead, everyone's just like, yeah, no face, no face. Only forehead, only forehead. That would be a literal horror movie scene? I should hope so. Are your head accessories all gold? Yes! The butterfly clip and the tiara are all gold, with little bits of emerald for the tiara. My horns, though, they're real. I'm not really sure why my horns ended up this golden color, but they are real horns. I know they look the same kind of gold as my accessories, but I assure you, they're real. Your mama didn't give you eyes under those green sensors. She also gave you a nose. I know! Isn't that crazy? How did you get all that? Must be expensive. Onigashima has more of like a bartering and like trading system. So these were just like things that were on hand to begin with, and then I just did some trading in order to get them in gold. What is clothing like in Onigashima? Is yours very different from the norm? It's different from the norm in that it's a much smaller size than most people wear. Like I said, I'm like the smallest person on Onigashima. But it's kind of like based on the outfit that I came to Onigashima in. I'll do a full body so that you guys can see. I already came with like the geta. That was part of what I was already wearing when I first arrived. Full body wiggles. But they basically took the tattered rags that I was already wearing when I first washed up on shore, and they kind of just upgraded them. Onigashima has some pretty good magic for that reason. The magic of mending was able to change the outfit, kind of like Cinderella, I guess. You got some great deals then? I guess so. You keep forgetting how high up your shorts are? Bro, where are the shorts you're talking about? What shorts? I don't see any shorts, do you? Shorts? You think there's shorts? Because I don't think there are any shorts under there. What is under there? That's a mystery. If you zoom into your ghetto, your CCV will skyrocket. I don't want that audience. I can guarantee you I don't really want that audience. I'm glad we're all in agreement that we don't want to summon that audience. Big agree there. That audience are not the best to have around. Yeah, because then they'll only be like, show, geta, show, geta. And the whole time I'll just be like, no, I'm playing a video game. I don't want that kind of audience. I also like how comically large your dress ribbon is. It's an obi. They're supposed to be this big. It's not an actual ribbon. It's the obi that ties the kimono together. Not a ribbon. The butterflies, though, those are ribbons. Or like a type of ribbon. I'll ask for it in their stead. No! Please. Well, it'll be my choice to not show it. Kevin is honest to a fault. He's one of a kind. I love that. It be like that sometimes. How have you been doing with the writing? I've been doing pretty okay. Been focusing a little bit more on figuring out what I'm going to do for, like, art and stuff. But I have gotten ideas down. I have an outline for all of the scripts. I just have to actually sit and start writing them. That's going to be for tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a dedicated writing day. I was talking to management, and I think my ideal output for those videos is going to be one a month. At least for right now. If I end up being able to produce them a lot faster, then maybe it will be a little bit more frequent than that. It could go to like 2 a month, but I'm thinking right now it's just going to be 1 a month. And I'm planning for them to be about 10 minutes long or so. Maybe a little bit longer. I don't really care so much about, like, length of time, personally. I just kind of go until I feel like the script has reached a conclusion. So yeah, I'm excited. And I've been writing some other stuff that's not scripts either. Like, I've written a few stories because I've been inspired, and I've written some other stuff for other projects. So you write on the fly, no pre-planning. I mean, I just said I had outlines. I have a rough idea of where I want things to go, but when it comes to finding a place to end them, I tend to let the story kind of end itself. But I do think it's better to not go in with, like, a hardcore plan. My outlines are just, like, 2 or 3 sentences that, like, summarize what I want the script to entail. Yuno, the leader of production kawaii fanfics. I don't know about all that. I think most of the other girls aren't really into fanfiction. I don't know if I would go that far. But I would definitely love to write stuff for them if they ever wanted me to. So me to my genmates and my senpai, please let me write for you. I love writing. I will willingly write whatever you ask me to write. We've talked about a few ideas, me and some of my other genmates and stuff, and people in the company. So you might see stuff that I've written in the future. Just a matter of getting things off the ground. Can you write a letter to Carl? I think he'll appreciate it. Carl, I'm not answering your freaking texts. I don't want to answer them. I'm not interested, bro. How many times can an Oni clearly say no before you get the message? Sounds like Carl has 0 Riz. He literally has no Riz. I don't know why he thinks that he does, or who has been telling him that he has Riz. There is no Riz. After tomorrow, you'll like him, I swear. Doubt. Severe, hardcore doubt. It's not gonna happen. It's because I took all the Riz from him. That's true. I think Kaya has more Riz than Carl. By a mile. Carl's just kinda a weirdo. He thinks that calling someone baby girl over and over is the way to their heart. And that's definitely not true. No, you don't understand. That's the whole thing. Carl only cares about my forehead. He doesn't care about anything else. And that's annoying. Beans have more Riz than Carl. That's true. I might actually agree with that. So he is like us. Is that why you guys like him? Because he is a relatable experience to you? That's unfortunate. Although personally, I do think that Damadachi are more tolerable than Carl. You guys are pretty good. I like you. Maybe not in that way yet. But like, you get what I mean. You guys are chill. At least compared to Carl. It's not that hard to be better than Carl. We're in boys. Kaya, you can't say that. I literally tell you so often that I like you, and that I care about you, and that I think you're great, and every time you just pull a Sharzu and thumbs up me for no reason. You're not the same as Charlotte Senpai. It doesn't have the same effect. You're just copying her. I know you want to be Charlotte Senpai so bad, but like, you're just copying her. You didn't have to cook her like that. She cooks me every day. At this point, my body is well done. I am well done and deep fried. I think I'm allowed to cook her at least once. Not that you're alright, my guy. Please. It doesn't mean the same coming from you guys that it does when it comes from Charlotte Senpai. Well done, your congratulations. You didn't cook enough? That's because it's really hard for me to be mean to her because I like her. I care about my gen mates a lot. I don't want to be mean to them. But what if I've taken notes from Charles? I've never interacted with Charles. I can't say one way or the other if I would be rizzed. I care about my genmate too, but I still roast. Yeah, because the genmate that you care about is Ron. I'm not the one you care about. That's why you said genmate singular. I'm the one you roast. I understand the dynamic. I get it. But those are the people that you can roast the best, the ones you really like. So they say. Look at her smiley face as if she says that it was a typo. That was a typo! I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. Clearly, I like my gemmate a lot, very, very much. Hanamizuki is two people type energy. I love Ranch, she's so cutesy and gremlin. I also love Ranch. This is no shade towards Ranch. Yuno is a tsundere? What are you talking about? I literally just said that all I do is tell her that I like her. I am not a tsundere. I pride myself on the fact that I am very honest about my feelings for people. What the frick? I won't accept this freaking slander. I recorded the entire Nico Nico Ni monologue for Kaya. That's love. That's love. Because I wouldn't do that for literally anybody else in the universe. Language? Don't tell me what to do. I'm a grown woman. I can say frick if I want to frick. Is there a dere for directness? I don't know. Whatever the opposite of a tsundere would be. I don't think I'm dere though, because dere just implies, like, pure sweetness. And I can't say that I'm pure sweetness. I'm just kinda... I'm direct, that's for sure. I guess maybe it's like borderline kudere, because like kudere don't really pull their punches either, but they do it in a more like cool and kind of monotone way. I'm not sure. Kaya's that girl in the friend group who bullies everyone but is still loved because she's harmless. You're right. New Jersey dere? I don't think that's a dere type. What dere is everyone in Hanamizuki? Okay, I have to pull up a list of tsundere types if we're gonna answer that question. List of tsundere types. I'm stupid. I meant to say list of dere types. List of dere types. I'm literally so violent. That is not true. You have never once been violent in your life. Ron is dere, Kaya is Genki dere, and you know your prob mega dere? What is mega dere? I have never heard of mega dere. Let's see. Obsessed with their love interest in a fangirl or fanboy fashion and won't be afraid to show their interest towards them. I wouldn't say I'm obsessed. Also, it's not Megamind. I understand the not being afraid to show their interest, but, like, I'm not obsessed. And I agree, I don't think Ron is dere either. Ron is, like... that's tough. I feel like she's an offshoot of... Can I just call her Pondere? Because she's, like, so sweet, but she's also just a little bit clumsy. She's like an offshoot of Bakadere without being dumb. Does that make sense? Do you understand what I'm saying? All Deras are super personality specific unless you pick and choose some of the traits. Yeah, for sure. That's why it's so difficult to narrow down one that suits, like, each specific person. Yeah, Kaya also has a bit of Pon, but honestly we're all a little bit Pondere, if we're going by that. You know his Odeko Dere. Shut up! Shut up! I hate this. I'm still looking at dere types to see if I can find one that makes sense. Did you know that there's a fandom page specifically for all the dere types? Stop saying forehead dere! That's what Odeko dere is! I think that Kaya, of the dere that are on the fandom page, she's like a go dere, almost. That's my thought anyway. I think she's kind of go dere. Go dere characters will stop at nothing to obtain whatever they think or want their chosen person to have. They are unstoppable forces that do whatever they please for their special someone out of their love for them. I think we should do a dere type quiz. That's true, but we'd have to find one that has, like, all of the types. Facebook quiz time? Nah, man. The current meta for quizzes is you quiz. What tsundere are you? Quiz. I'm glad that I'm your favorite ogre. I hope you have a good rest of your time zone, whatever you're getting up to. You should do a dere tier list stream. I don't know how that would really go. I don't know if any of us have that strong of opinions of deres. Yuno has layers. Stop. Stop this. Doing a quiz right now. I have a feeling this is just going to be like the generic dere types. Dun 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 dun. Oh my god, the wording of this question. What type of anime do you like? And there's 4 answers. I hate anime. I heart all anime. Kawaii! Not the popular ones. I like discovering stuff I like, or I don't really watch anime. The I heart all anime kawaii one just made me like visibly recoil a little bit. I got dandere, according to this quiz. Dandere are extremely quiet, but are different from kudere because it is often associated with shyness. You are shy, quiet, and keep to yourself. They are often very sensitive. Sensitive? I don't think I'm very sensitive, but I do think besides that, everything else about dandere does kind of suit me. I am very much a wallflower type, I think. I prefer more quiet activities. I'm a very solitary sort of person. So I guess dandere. I guess that's the answer. Or, you know, it's still like an offshoot of dandere that's like more tailored to me. get pretty sensitive when we talk about your forehead because you guys are like always pointing it out. I can't help it if you guys don't have other things that you can talk about besides my forehead. The forehead looked at us first? What are you talking about? The forehead doesn't have eyes! Man. It shined toward us first. What are you talking about? It doesn't even shine. Talk about your feet then? No, that's even worse. This sucks. I take it back. Maybe Damadachi aren't better than Carl. My quiz also gave me Dandere. What the heck? There is no way that you're Dandere. That is not accurate. How did you answer? You're like... Even ignoring the, like, obvious tsundere that you are, like... You're way more outgoing than that. The whole point of being a dandere is that you're shy. And you're not that shy. Wow, I guess Kaya is just a delicate flower, just a soft uwu baby. You can't be mean to her at all. She's so soft. I'm also not soon. Have you seen me? You're very soon. At least towards me. You're nice to everybody else. Yeah, and maybe you're the hyperactive, super energetic one. Alright, let's not go telling too many lies. We don't want to affect people's expectations. She is the glass cannon. I think that's true. She's really good at dishing it out, but the minute you try to dish it back towards her, she's just like, how could you do this? How could you say that to me? And then she starts crying. Whichever Dara is the little sister figure who bullies you is definitely Kaya. I wonder if there is something like a... Well, I was about to say I wonder if there is such a thing as like a imoto dere, but then I realized that that's probably for a subsect of people that I don't really agree with. So, maybe not. Hi, Ron. What dere type are you? I love just the one word, mother. Emoto dere therapy. Yeah, exactly. Ron is Starby's pumpkin spice dere. Are you trying to say she's white girl dere? I don't know about that. I need to take the quiz. I have absolutely no idea. That's fair. I said you were an offshoot of, like, Baka dere, where, like, it's not because you're stupid, you're just a little bit clumsy. In, like, a cute way. That was my interpretation, anyway. There's a chance that you could get a totally different answer, because Kaya took the quiz and she got Dandere, so make sure you take a good quiz. I also got Dandere. Watch Ron also get the wrong result on the quiz. I feel like it's just the quiz's fault. Derp is. I'm glad you agree. I feel like it's the closest thing. You're like a weird combination of like kudere and then a little bit of like the derpdere, I guess. Like, you come across as very cool, but then the reality is that you're a little bit dorky. Ranch is butterdere? What does that mean? What kind of personality type is that? What is the butter side of butterdere? Elaborate. Personally, I think I am Kaya-dere. Well, I mean, yeah, we could easily be like, I'm Yuno-dere. And that would make sense to everybody, but also... you need to have a way that, like, narrows down some of your personality traits. Yeah, see, you guys agree. Ron has dork in her. You wouldn't think it. Like, you look at, like, her model and her overall vibes and you think she's very cool, but then she's a dork. And she's very lovable that way. It's very cute. I love Ron-chan. Yuno-dere is another term for Odeko-dere. Stop trying to make Odeko-dere happen. It's not gonna happen. Please stop. Odeko-dere doesn't even mean anything. That just means that my personality is forehead, and that's not true. I will accept that you guys don't want to compliment anything else about my physical appearance besides my forehead, albeit begrudgingly, but I will not accept you saying that the only aspect of my personality is big forehead. That is where the line in the sand is being drawn. Odeko equals forehead. Yes, we know. Man. It doesn't even mean anything. I like your eyes too. Yeah, my green eyes, right? My beautiful emerald green eyes. Probably. Shaking my head. You know, is someone really normal? This is true. I'm very normal. I'm a very calm and composed individual that's normal, and there's nothing weird about me. None of the dares meant anything until someone added them to the wiki. Time to add Odeko-dere with a picture of Yuno. This is not going to be my legacy. I feel like people are going to see it and they're gonna be like, what? Is this VTuber just trying to advertise herself? But coming up with her own dare type? Damn, if Yuno is normal, I am also normal. I mean, kind of. I feel like between the two of us, I am the more normal one. But we are various flavors of normal. Norm of the north being the moon. Oh, duh. Instead of Norman, it's just Normoon. Big brain moves. Kaya, I'm normal. Also, Kaya, holding a funeral for myself tomorrow. It's okay. She's got a plan. Streamers do weird stream concepts all the time. That doesn't make them personally weird. Speaking of funeral, Yuno, can you come to my funeral tomorrow? I have a surprise. I mean, yeah, tomorrow's my off day, so I don't mind, watching. You mean like being there to watch, right? Because that's doable. Let Kaya cook, that's true. She is one of the good cooks in Hanamizuki. Her and Ron are both very good at cooking, and I'm good at eating. You'll like it, I swear. I don't really like that you're insisting that I'll like it, because I feel like I won't. But I'll still go, if only to support your comeback. She wants you to read a sermon in your honor, maybe some words before the coffin goes under. No! I think she would have said if she wanted me to take part in that, like before this, but I think she's got a whole plan already. I'll come to celebrate your funeral? Why would I say that? Again, I like her. I like Kaya very much. I'm actually very sad that we're having a funeral for her tomorrow. I would not be happy that she's dying. I wasn't happy when she got sick. Why do you guys think I hate her? If I had a nickel for every time Production Kawaii had a funeral stream, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird it's happened twice. I love that. I love that meme. But that's true. I think it was Charlotte Senpai who also did a funeral stream. Makes sense. The pieces are adding up. Can you write me a speech and pre-record it so I can play it on stream? Ugh, why are you making me do work on my off day? Why? I'll do it if you really want me to. I don't even know what I would say. I'm gonna have to think about that. I'm literally joking, bro. Okay, good. Because I wouldn't know where to start with that. And on such a short deadline, I would just be like, I would have no idea what to write. Something would probably, like, manifest itself eventually, but I would just be like, well... I actually have no plan for my funeral, I'm just gonna turn my brain off and talk. Well, it's worked for you so far. I'm sure you'll be fine. You got this. I believe. As long as you remember how to use OBS, you'll be fine. Whatever you do, the community will show up. Exactly! You could have just, like, whatever plan you want, and then suddenly everyone's just there. That's one of the powers of being a streamer, I think, is that, like, you could literally just be like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna stream something, and then you'll still get an audience of people that are like, woohoo! Thing! I'm so excited to experience Thing! Having an audience is really cool. 10-4, we'll save the question for later. Yeah, ask it at her funeral. That's gonna be how she revives. Because you asked her about something One Piece related. Ugh. Stretch. I'm not gonna talk tomorrow. Your future forehead lover is gonna talk. Why are you saying my future lover? Ew. Kaya can't die while One Piece is airing. This is true. The minute it stops airing, she's going to be like, at last, sweet release. And then she's gonna go back to the moon. A stream! Time to spend time I could have wasted on something important. Exactly. You said your future. Your future forehead lover. glad you agree that you don't want us to be together. Because no. Absolutely not. Are you still happy that you have an audience, even if that audience is us? Of course I am. I know all of this is like jokes and bants. I'm not... I don't actually dislike you guys in any capacity. I think you're pretty neat. Father, sometimes you have to understand I can't type. I'm just reading out what you wrote. You just gotta get good at writing. Get good, man. When One Piece finishes, she's just gonna move on to fanfictions. I don't think Kaya's ever been a fanfic reader. I don't remember her ever talking about fanfics. I think that's more my thing. I am the kind of person where once I finish a piece of media, I will move on to fanfiction to fill the hole in my heart. At least for a little while, until I find something new. But also, I just think fanfiction are really fun to read. I didn't really have any access to fanfiction on Onigashima. I didn't realize that it was a thing until I got the internet. So the minute I discovered it, I was like, ooh, this is nice. I read IQX Viewer and I want no more. Oh my gosh, you've read a certain subsect of fanfiction that is notoriously not very good. Nobody is a fanfic reader until their favorite media ends. For me, Naruto drugged me into the fanfic community. Oh! I was reading Naruto fanfic while Naruto was still going on. Personally. But that's just me. I never read any piece of fanfiction. I mean, it's not for everyone. I feel like if most people are, like, content with what is being given by the main content, you don't really need to seek out the fan content. I feel like fan works are mostly there to indulge on, like, certain aspects that were not elaborated on in the canon. Or if you like something that is not canon, and you want to see if any other people had the same thoughts that you did. Especially if you were just gonna do, like, reading particular fics based on, like, certain relationships that you like in a piece of media. That's usually when you would turn to fanfiction. Any viewer X anime fanfic is a sentence to a lot of curling up from cringe most of the time. Interesting that you say most of the time. That means you must have read one that you liked. Understandable, I've been there too. When you said that's just, for a brief sec, I thought you were gonna say, oh, you thought I was gonna say the Matt Pat line? That's just a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching. Or something like that. Nah, man. Why would I even say that at this point in the stream unless I was planning to end the stream? There are some fanfics that are genuinely good. I agree. I think most viewer X characters, the writer tends to get too excited to write good and it devolves. It depends. I do think that there are plenty of fanfic where even if they are excited to write those parts, it can still be written very, very well. But definitely, I don't think that's true for, like, viewer or, like, reader fics. Self-insert fics are a certain kind. I don't want to say that it's because of the excitement, but I think it's just, like, there's a certain subsect of people who specifically want to write about an anime character falling in love with the reader, rather than, like, an OC. The next stage of the enlightenment when it comes to shipping yourself with a fictional character is making an OC to ship with them. Even if that's a self-insert OC. The third stage is making an actually believable OC. The fourth stage is picking someone else in the canon universe that is kind of similar to your personality and liking their dynamic with that character. Those are the stages of shipping with fictional characters, in my opinion. Was Yuno an ABO fanfic reader? Not really. I didn't really care for those sorts of dynamics. I thought they were kind of silly. I will read them if I think that the plot is actually good, and I do mean the plots. Oh, that's weird. I got a donation, but the alert didn't show up. What the heck? I guess I need to fix Streamlabs. Streamlabs do be borking sometimes. Anyway, Alex Jacobo, thank you for the donation. Cute Oni forehead, mandatory bean throwing. Thanks, man. But I'm gonna duck and weave away from your beans. Don't throw them at me. Do you share some of your fanfics with any Onis? I've tried to talk about things I've written to the Oni before, but it eventually just kind of devolves into me acting out the plot. And then it becomes like a low-key stage performance, which makes me feel bad because I feel like I'm plagiarizing because it's a fan fiction. So I've kind of stopped doing that. I prefer writing OCs. I had a lot of joy in giving them backstories and picking out personality traits for them. The only tough thing for me is picking personality flaws. I think that's fair. The best way, in my opinion, to give your character a flaw is to look at the things that you're giving as their positive traits and think of what would be a negative consequence to having that trait. For example, this is like a very basic example, but if you have a character that's very confident, maybe the personality flaw is that they have a bit of an ego when it comes to the things that they're good at. Like, they don't think that they are wrong, so they have a hard time taking criticism when it comes to the things that they feel that they are really good at. Or you could say, this character is a really good negotiator, but then the negative side of that is that they are a bit of a chatterbox. They insist on everyone knowing their opinion and what their thoughts are, and so it leads to them talking way too much. That's how I tend to do it when I need ideas. Usually, after that, some other negative personality traits will kind of start showing themselves, but it's just kind of like drawing a string. It's like, for every list of a positive personality trait that they have, you can, like, connect it to something negative. Can we get a Yuno X Trek? I mean, in theory you could, but will you? No. In what universe? I don't think I could ever actually, like, write that and live afterwards. I mean, I could absolutely do it, and I have said before, I don't really cringe when reading scripts. So I could do it if I was forced to read it out loud, but I would not be happy.
An offering. Thank you so much.
There we go, now it works. I'm sorry it didn't work for yours, Alex. KJ, thank you for the $10. A tip for enduring my awful bean jokes and bullying. It's been a really great stream. Thanks, man. Super appreciated. Very cool. Hello, Lord Knight. Welcome. Now that you're an anime girl online, you can write your own fanfics for the community if you're inspired to do so. If I'm writing fanfics about myself, would that really be a fanfic at that point? I don't think so. I think that would just be original fiction. If I was writing fanfic about, like, other people, then yeah, that would be fanfic. But I don't think writing a fanfic about myself is fanfiction. Anything I read about myself would basically become canon. I get what you're trying to say, though. That'd just be narcissism? I don't know about narcissism. I mean, I guess it could be, like, if I wrote myself to be super overpowered or something. But I'm kind of the opposite. I have a tendency, if I'm writing a character that's close to myself, I feel like I give them a lot more negatives than positives. I don't know why I do it like that. It's just kind of a habit. suppose it depends on the content. Yeah, exactly. I think it is content dependent. I think for me, I would be pretty okay at, like, keeping it balanced. I've gotten better. I do tend to lean a bit negative with characters that are based on me, but I've gotten way better than I used to be. I've spent a lot of time working and improving my writing, so I would be able to write some pretty good stuff, in my opinion. You might see some of it in the future. I just haven't figured out the best medium. Because, like, I do want to do, like, lore-based videos with, like, voice acting and stuff, but I was also thinking that it could be fun to just release little one-shots, maybe as, like, members-only content whenever I unlock memberships. I don't know. Something like that, maybe. Maybe. Can I get a Kaya X her 50 VTuber wives? Are you going to get consent from all 50 of your VTuber wives? I'm gonna need their consent first. Are you close to reaching membership? I think you brought it up before. The last time that I brought it up, I was a little below halfway for the required watch hours. I don't know if it'll show me right now because I'm currently streaming. Okay, it will. I'm currently at 2,208 public watch hours of the required 4,000. So I'm a little bit over halfway now. Before I was a little under, now I'm a little bit over. But we still have a while. Although I heard that it's supposed to be lowering soon. So, I think soon it's supposed to drop down from 4,000 required hours to 3,000. I'm just not sure when that's going to roll out for all channels. But hopefully soon. I look forward to it. Of course, she says, okay, well... You'll need to give me all of their consent. But I'll figure something out. It's not too far away, that's true. At this point, it's just a matter of streaming more often, I think. It's all in the providing you guys the content to watch. Woo, emotes. So, my first emotes are already decided. You actually got a sneak preview of them if you watched my debut slideshow. They were kind of sprinkled throughout there. So, the first emotes are already done. Any subsequent emotes after that, like for the slots based on how many people actually do a membership, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't entirely know how that process is gonna work. We might just have some empty slots until I can get the resources together to commission more emotes, but yeah. The first 10 have already been designed and are ready. Is it 4K total watch hours or 4K in a specific time period? It's 4K. I have to pull it up again. Sorry, one sec. Opening YouTube Studio. Where are you? It's 4,000 public watch hours in the last 365 days. I want the Yuno tired emote, the one with squinty eyes. I mean, you drew it, so if I have your permission, then yeah, I'll make that one of my emotes. It's surprising Hanamizuki only started a few weeks ago. Feels like I've been watching you guys for way longer. Oh, that's really sweet. Honestly, it does feel like we've been here way longer. I was just thinking about how it's technically only, like, the third week. of streaming, and I'm just like, whoa, that's weird. It feels like I've been here for months. I think Lua Senpai brought this up in Bar Lemon, but it does feel like we've been here a lot longer because we've been in the Slack, like, interacting with the girls for a lot longer. So we feel like we've been here for a long time already. And it's only now that we get to start, like, interacting and streaming and stuff. It's pretty neat. You fit right into kawaii. Hope you're enjoying the experience so far. I would say I'm enjoying it so far. I've kind of just been doing my own thing for the most part, and, like, I've talked to management on and off about, like, projects and things like that. I think it's still really early to have, like, a solid opinion, but so far it's positive. I want a Yuno Gasa. I know what you're talking about. The pink-haired yandere. I don't know, maybe we'll have a yandere-themed emote. I'm not very good at coming up with ideas, so... I will probably default to you guys a lot. Default, defer. That's the best thing. Every girl here does her own thing, and it's so nice to see the variety. It's been difficult to figure out what specifically my niche would be. I've said this already, but management mentioned that they think that I'm really good at Zatsus. It was actually their idea to come up with a, like, weekly or bi-weekly, like, Zatsu stream that I could do. I love Zatsu streams, so I'm totally okay with doing it weekly. That's why I thought of the idea for OniMon. But, yeah, it was management's suggestion, because they think that Zatsudons are one of my strengths. But I feel like that's kind of a vague idea of a niche. I don't know if it's, like, the niche yet. I have to figure out, like, what my subsect of Zatsu is in that regard. Stop trying to make this about fanfiction. I'm not reading fanfiction. Management already hit you with the niche talk? Yeah. I think it's okay to say this, but, they've been, like, encouraging us to really focus on that for the month of November. They want us to, like... Well, they wanted us to have, like, goals for November. And my goal just happens to be that I wanted to find my niche, which is very true, because, like, I have a lot of things that I like and that I'm interested in, but I'm not really good at finding a direction or, like, what my strength is. So for me, I wanted to be able to find that and figure out what I should be focusing, like, my attention on and my energy, because if I shouldn't be devoting energy to stuff that I'm not necessarily the strongest in, then I would like to know that so that I could, like, reallocate all my energy. The three of you seem to have the D&D alignments covered. You're probably lawful, Ranch is probably true, and Kaya is obviously chaotic. I believe Kaya said that she's chaotic neutral. I don't know what kind of lawful I would be. I don't know what Ron would be in terms of being a true something either. Maybe true neutral, I guess, because sometimes you don't think that she's going to say something chaotic and then she does. I don't think I'm lawful good. Maybe we're all just flavors of neutral. That's how I would say it anyway. What was I talking about before this? Right, figuring out my niche. It's something I've always kind of wanted to, like, do as a creator, I guess. Like, I have these things that I'm good at, and I had this issue when I was a performer in my village, too, where I had all of these things that I really liked doing, but I wasn't sure what my real strength was. I could see, like, common things that people were coming back for, but in my head that just never really wrapped around as being, like, a strength. It just kind of felt like something I could fulfill. So, for me, I want to be able to find that thing that I'm really good at and then be able to capitalize on that strength. Kaya can't be neutral. She's 100% chaotic evil. I don't think that's true. Most of the choices that she makes aren't necessarily, like, to cause actual trouble. I think she's neutral in that she will choose options that, like, suit the situation. Just she'll usually choose the option that also instills chaos. She doesn't choose chaos to harm. She only chooses chaos to influence a situation. That's my thought anyway. I guess, in some ways, I do kind of lean towards being a form of good. I don't know if I'm necessarily chaotic good. She enjoys chaos. Yeah, exactly, and I think that's what makes sense. I'm not chaotic evil, I don't bully out of mean, I bully out of love. Yeah, exactly. She's more like... If she was going to be either good or evil, it would be chaotic good, but I think she's more chaotic neutral. If there is an option to choose chaos, that's what she will choose. That's all there is to it. Well, I don't really know enough about alignments to make a concrete decision one way or another. That's just me, though. But yeah, I want to focus on finding a niche, and I feel like figuring out what to do with my Zatsus is probably a good place to start. We'll figure out some other things from there, but for now, I think it's nice having a weekly Zatsu opportunity, and I like that it's at the beginning of the week. I mean, I could have chosen any day to have it be the, like, weekly Zatsu day, but I think getting to have, like, a Zatsu-type stream, specifically on Mondays, is a really good way to start, like, the typical work week, in my opinion. Well, Monday in my time zone, it's Tuesday in other time zones, but it's fine. Don't think about it too hard. Wiggles are good aligned? That's fair. It's a chill way to start the week? I agree. Speaking on niches in Zatsu, you give a very ASMR streamer vibe. If you branch into that direction, a lot of people in the community love ASMR. I have talked about considering ASMR. That's what the scripts are supposed to be for. The idea is that I'm going to be starting out doing it just kind of like a voice acting roleplay-y video first, because I don't have an ASMR mic, so I can't really do the typical ASMR setup. Like, I don't have a 3DO and all of that stuff. So it's going to start out being more like roleplay type, where I'm, like, reading the script and, like, voice acting. But it's kind of to put a feeler out and see if people are interested in the kind of content that I specifically provide. And I kind of like the role-playing angle of it. I like being able to play a role. It's part of being a performer. So I think that kind of, like, suits my vibe as well. And then from there, I think if those end up doing pretty well, then I will consider looking into an actual ASMR mic setup. Yeah, I don't know if I could do a stream just yet. For now, I want to stick to edited videos, and then maybe someday it would evolve into a stream. But since I don't have an ASMR mic, it would just be me role-playing on a stream, which isn't really everyone's cup of tea, I don't think. I think if it's in, like, an edited video that you could choose to either watch or not watch, that would make it better. But that's just how I see it right now. Thanks for the stream, Yuno. I love the chill talk. Take care. Okay, you take care too. Have a good rest of your time zone. Are those expensive, the ASMR mics? Some of them can be. Most VTubers that start doing ASMR tend to pick the 3DO, and I know that there's like a slightly less expensive 3DO mic. But I don't know what the price of it is actually. Let me look it up. I think it's the 3DO Black? Unless I'm wrong. 3DO ASMR microphone. How much do these babies go for? $400! I see. I see. The black is the expensive one. That one is $2,000. I closed my eyes. Damadachi, quick, let's get her a 3DO. I will cry. Don't do that to me. Maybe wait for Black Friday. I think even then they'd still be kind of pricey. Since Onigashima has a bartering system, I don't really have a lot of money. I don't even know if that's an option for me. Something to keep in mind for the future, I guess. I think they'll enjoy you crying. Stop encouraging them. Why do you guys immediately want me to jump to the 3DO Black? Shouldn't we be working towards something smaller? I don't think I have the means to get a 3DO Black. Even with crowdfunding. I appreciate the thought, though. I can't expect that much of you guys. Okay, so on the official 3DO Sound website, the 3DO White, the like free space one, goes for $400. And that's probably before shipping and before taxes. Go big or go home, father. No! I refuse. Especially if it's going to be crowdfunded. That would make me sad. There are cheaper binaural mics you can use, and they are still pretty good. I guess so. Lua Senpai was talking about that one paired condenser. The problem is that my interface only has one plug-in. So if I was going to do something like that, I would have to get an interface that has two spots.
Thank you so much.
Oh, KJ, thank you for the $5 dono. Start of the Coup 100 fund. Not the Coup 100! That one is so expensive. Yeah, she was recommending one that she thought was cheap, but it needed two inputs, and I only have a interface that has one input for my one microphone. So if I was going to do that cheaper setup, I would have to also get an interface that has two inputs. So that's something I would have to account for as well. I think there is a version of my current interface that has two. Let me see. Yeah, okay. The version of my current interface that has two inputs, I could get for relatively cheap. It's still really expensive because Onigashima doesn't have money, but it's not too bad. So I guess I could focus on saving up for this, and then once I get the dual interface, then I could look into whatever the price was for the paired mics? Question mark? I'm just scared of having too many microphones. I want to take good care of any of the appliances that I get, so I'm very, like, wary of having too many microphones around. I have better luck with microphones than I do with headphones, at least. I don't even treat my headphones that badly, but for some reason, every time I get headphones, they die within, like, 3 or 4 months. These ones have actually lasted the longest so far, which I'm very thankful for. But there was a period of time where I had to replace the cable for my headphones, like, every few months. And that was getting really expensive. The headphones themselves were fine, but, like, the cable would always start kinda... I guess not really turtlenecking or bottlenecking or whatever it's called, but it was, like... It would just, like, stop working.
Bruh.
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 Thanks for the... Whoa. ASMR Mic Fund. Thank you, Shrimpy, for the $200 donation. Very bruh indeed. Can we get some bruhs in the chat? ASMR Mic Fund. Thank you. That's very kind. Thank you for the bruhs, also. Yeah, so for those of you that haven't seen it, that's the dono alert for $100 and up. Can I get my share of that, please? You have to wait until management gives me my share. I can't just automatically send it to you. Your sound alerts are very interesting. What do you mean? I think they're perfect. No complaints. That's $205 towards the Coup 100. Can you guys wait until I set a dono goal first? I appreciate it, though. I have to actually, like, set up the dono goal so you can see the progress. But I will make a note once I set it up. It's okay, I'll use your Nico Nico Ni. What are you talking about? What do you mean? With 100, you can already get a pretty good ASMR mic? Which mic are you talking about, then? Because I only know about the 3DO. I'm honestly not that, educated on ASMR microphones. If there's another microphone that you think would be a better pick, I would love to hear it. Kaya gonna copyright strike you for the alert? If anything, I should be copyright striking her if she decides to use my my voice as her dono alert. The new Lua one is less than 100. I know! But then the problem, if you were paying attention, is that I don't have an interface that has dual inputs. I have to get an interface that has 2. Currently, my interface only allows me to plug in 1 microphone. I know that her current setup has 2 microphones, and they're paired, so you need to get 2 XLR interface spots. How much does that dual thing cost then? I mean... We donating for a new setup too? Oh my god. You guys. I haven't even released the, like, trial videos yet. You should not be putting that much bank in me yet. You guys are insane. Just add the cost of that to the dono goal. I have to figure out which microphones it is. Lua Senpai actually never sent me the link. I might have to message her to see if she can link it. I know she refound the listing, but I don't think she ended up linking it to us. $100 for a dual XLR setup is possible too. Yeah, my interface, the one that I'm looking at is $189. So that's honestly not bad. That's pretty doable. So then it's just a matter of getting that and then also getting the microphone. Sorry, my selective hearing heard that must invest in Yuno stonks. No! You don't even know if the stonks are good. Don't invest your money unless you're sure that it's worth it. And I still haven't even tried. I'm so scared of you guys investing the money and then I actually start putting out that kind of content and you're like, oh, this sucks, actually. I would literally cry. Maybe her mic was Behringer C2? I don't know. I will have to ask her. Yeah, I don't think she linked it when we were talking at the time. I might have to DM her and see if she still has a link to the listing. Where do we go to donate? I'm gonna cry! My Streamlabs is linked in my description if you do want to donate. I do very much appreciate it. It's not mandatory. But thank you for even thinking that I'm worth investing in. The money flying away is very accurate. Okay, I will set up a dono goal. I don't know if I can do that right now, actually. Let me see. I still don't really understand how to use Streamlabs. It's mandatory, she says. No, I didn't! I didn't say that! Stop. Man. Alright, hold on. Let me see if I can find the... There has to be a widget that you can use. Oh, these are all so ugly. Yeah, I don't think I can do it right this second. I will do it soon, though, for sure. These are all ugly. I don't want to look through these right now. Streamlabs has such ugly widgets. We just need to win the Powerball so we can dono $1 million to each kawaii talent. Honestly, that would save so many people's lives for sure. But like, yeah, it's definitely a matter of winning. Win that lottery. I won't ask what is a widget, but what is a widget? So a widget is like those things that appear on a creator's stream when something happens, or like those things that are like on the side. So for example, an example of a widget would be the donation alert that appears every time I get a monetary donation.
An offering. Thank you so much.
That's what my basic dono alert looks like. The concept anyway is just to not spend a huge amount of money on ASMR gear if you aren't sure it's going to be your niche. 200 for both setup and mic is a reasonable starting investment. I would agree with that. It's just a matter of earning that much money. Your don't alert is cute. Your voice sounds a little different. Yeah, it's more in character-y, I suppose. But yeah, I have different alerts for different monetary amounts. A tip goal would be the same thing. That's the thing that would be the dono bar that would be showing on stream at all times, so you guys know what the progress is towards a particular goal.
Bruh.
Huh? That was how much? Jordan, thank you so much for the $500 donation. Go and buy stuff. Thank you so much, but I can't I can't use the money right now. Unfortunately, as nice as that is, I have to wait until maybe next month. Thank you so much. But I can't access the money immediately, unfortunately. I'm very grateful though. I did not expect that at all. That's fine. Okay. You're very powerful. Thank you. Do it anyways. I can't. I don't have that much money on Onigashima. I'm very poor. The bartering system has its benefits, but it also has its downsides in that I don't have money for goods and services. Big Bro single-handedly funded her ASMR mic. Kind of, yeah. So, Probably takes 2 weeks to get money from Streamlabs. You guys are the only entertainment I get besides Netflix, so take the months. Thank you, truly. Like, I'm very taken aback because I didn't expect to see that big of a number ever in my life. But, really, thank you. It's nice knowing that there are people who think that I am worth investing in this capacity. I feel this way even when people send me, like, $5. Like, the fact that people want to spend money on me at all is insane. You can't count to 500. That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. But thank you, really. I am trying to dream bigger. It's just like... when you think of something as a dream, when it actually happens, you get so taken aback and you wonder if you just went back to dreaming. You know? It was not tiny. Every little bit helps. Even if you only donated like $1, that would still be like incredible to me. I'm really grateful. I just... it's hard to not be dumbfounded when you didn't expect it.
An offering. Thank you so much.
Kira, thank you so much for the $5 donation. Mandatory $5, you're worth it and more. Thank you! I'm really trying to, feel that way more often. Ah, okay. Woo! Not only am I flustered, I do think I actually came a bit close to tearing up on that one, so give me a second. Okay. Okay. Let me, drink some water and act like everything's fine. Shut up! I'm not gonna cry! Shut up! I'm too cool for that, I'm not gonna cry. I don't want to repeat myself too much. I'm just so, like... shocked. Thank you. You sound like you're on the brink. I am. That's because that's true. You know cool? I don't know about that. What do you mean? I'm the coolest. But yes, you absolutely should also donate to Kaya and Ron. They deserve it just as much.
An offering. Thank you so much.
Oh, Mischievous Shark, thank you for the $5 donation. Jordan, thank you for another $5 donation for your membership fee.
An offering. Thank you so much.
Oh my god. Okay. I will pay attention. I'll make a note. I'll tell management, that the donations that came in from around KJ's $5, that those are specifically towards, an interface and stuff. I'll make sure they know, and then I'll set up the dono goal so that all of that money will be, automatically included in the goal. I still have to do, like, the math and figure out how much I'm gonna need to also cover, like, shipping and things like that. Shipping to Onigashima. But yeah, I'm really thankful.
An offering.
Oh,
thank you so much.
Nathan, thank you for the $5. Don't spend it all in one place. Ah!
Bruh.
What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do now? Huh? Okay, Shrimpy, thank you for the $500 for all the forehead bullying. Okay, alright. Man. We will bully you with money. Yeah, just smack the money against my forehead, I guess. I'm like laughing, but I am actually tearing up, so you guys win, I guess. Congratulations. First cry on stream. Thank you, Kaya. Thank you to everyone who's been donating. First time I've heard you embrace the forehead. I've embraced it a few times. I embrace it when I think it's funny. I do it in smaller doses than you guys, you know? You guys like to come at me at all angles because my forehead is so big that it can take all the angles. But, I tend to conserve it for when I think it's the funniest. I go for, like, one big death blow, you know? Is your forehead just big or is it also flat? I mean, I guess it's flat. Would a forehead not ever be flat? I guess if it's like a Mega Mind level forehead where it's more like bulging, then it wouldn't be a flat forehead, but mine is flat. You gotta sneak in the appreciation whenever possible. Yeah, that's true. $1,000 in like 5 minutes speedrun challenge. Try not to cry. I lost already. I lost the challenge. This is unfortunate. Man, my first challenge that I ever lost as a VTuber. What's my botsa game? You girls will see we love kawaii. I mean, we could already tell that this community was full of a lot of love. That's why we were so excited to be able to finally, like, interact with you guys and be able to become part of that. I care a lot about kawaii. I care a lot about the other girls. Oh god, I'm gonna start crying again. Shut up! Stop crying! Stop crying! Be strong! Anyway, I care a lot about all the other girls, and, you know, I want to see everybody be successful. most of the time I'm not even thinking about myself. I'm just thinking about everyone else getting success. So then when it gets turned on to me, I'm just like, wait, no, that's not supposed to happen. I've never really considered myself a, like, in the spotlight kind of person, so getting, like, recognized for anything... Oh god. Shut up! Stop crying! Stop it! Being recognized for the things that I, like and am passionate about and all of that stuff, that's kind of crazy to me. So it's just kind of wild that I can be in a situation where people see what I'm doing and see what I'm interested in doing, and it just manifests. I didn't have that for a long time on Onigashima, you know? It's just kind of been like... It's not that the Oni don't appreciate what I do, but I don't think they understand it in the ways that I wish that they did. So, I don't want to make it seem like I'm only doing this for money, obviously, because I'm not. I literally haven't been thinking about money at all. I do it because I love it. I really, really, really love it. This is, like, one of the only things that have actually made sense as something I could do with my life, you know? So, it's just kind of crazy to start seeing, like, results, I suppose. We like your interest, that's why we're here, and we keep coming back to your stream. Thank you. It really means so much. I want to put it to good use, so I'm going to, for sure. Glad you're able to pursue your hobbies and dreams through this. You are appreciated a lot here. We're glad to have you. Thank you. Ooh. I really wanted to, like, commit all of my time and energy into doing this because, like, being here is literally a dream made manifest. So, this is, like, the only thing I'm doing right now. I am luckily in a situation where I can focus wholeheartedly on this. I'm being supported by the other Oni in Onigashima in order to make this happen. So, it's nice that I've been able to, like, work hard and already start seeing some kind of result. And I want to make sure that I pay that back. Or pay it forward, whichever way makes the most sense, I suppose. But yeah, I don't know how to begin to express that I'm so thankful. I need to make sure I tell management that this money is going towards a specific goal. Well, okay. I'm good. I'm fine. I'm chill. I'm fine. I'm not crying. I'm good. I'm good. We're fine. We're chill. Everything's fine. Everything's good. I'm not crying. I just sound like I have a cold. Oh no, I have a cold. Achoo. Sniffle, sniffle. You being here and showing up for us is plenty, but I want to be able to do more. I know it's really early, but I still want to be able to do more. I'm gonna work really hard. This is so funny. I can't believe my father is crying. She's never cried in front of me. I've never had a reason to cry in front of you. You've only ever made me happy. I gave you COVID. No, I'm fine. I'm fine. It's just a little cold. Sniffle, sniffle. Didn't even cry of laughter. I did! I was laughing a bunch when I was tearing up. Oh, she sees Tuskaru. Achoo! Achoo! Yeah, see, just a really bad cold. Sniff, sniff. Well, I need more water. You need to get that cold looked at. Yeah, I'll go to one of the Oni doctors soon. They'll prescribe some medicine. Can't believe you caught COVID from Kaya. I can. It's fine. When she interacted with me, she caught Bofa. She needs money to get that cold looked at. Stop! I'm fine. It's okay. You're actually gonna do it? You're actually gonna give me the what's Bofa? You didn't have to. Bofa-dee's That reminds me, hope your Ligma gets better. Yeah, it'll get better. I got Ligma in exchange for the Bofa. Got him! Haha, funny, silly! Sometimes acts of happiness go a long way. Life gets tough sometimes, and honestly, watching Hanamizuki members and she is like a way to remind me that the world hasn't ended. She Senpai is also a really good streamer. Thank you. That means a lot. What's up, dog? Yeah, we're just going through all of them, huh? Covering all the bases. Gosh. Okay. So, I guess I will wrap this up here because... I mean, I tried to hold it back as much as I could, but doing that gave me a bit of a headache. Whoops. Some of it did come out, obviously, like the crying, I mean, but trying to hold back some of the crying got my head a little bit ouchy. She, Senpai, and you have a lot in common. Constantly bullied by chat and endures. I've never seen She, Senpai get bullied. I watched some of her streams, but I've never really seen her get bullied by anybody. Interesting. But yeah, thank you guys so much for everything. Like I said at the top of the stream, OnigashiMondays are going to be a weekly occurrence. They're basically going to be a Zatsu. Sometimes it will have a theme, sometimes it'll just be whatever. At the end of the month, the last Monday of every month will be a Q&A type stream. I will be taking marshmallows for that. Oh, right. If you want to specify that you want your marshmallow to be for OnigashiMonday, please make sure that you do so. Either write, "This is for OnigashiMonday," or write, "This is for #OniMon," or something. Just so that I know and I don't end up answering it in one of my Twitter threads. But I'll also have the Q&A feature enabled on those streams too, in case you don't get the chance to send a marshmallow. So that is my plan for now, and I will be setting up a dono goal. I'll be adding all of today's contributions that were specifically for the mic fund to the dono goal. I mean, I guess it's basically kind of smashed already, but I still have to do some math and figure out what I'm gonna need to do to make sure that it's accurate. But thank you so much for today. I'm very, very grateful to be here in production kawaii with my gen mates, with my senpai, with everybody. I will probably never be able to stop saying that I am thankful. So you might have to get used to me saying that a lot because, you know, I'm a pretty honest Oni. I will be as straightforward as I can be about the fact that I am thankful to you guys for, like, supporting me in any capacity. It doesn't even matter how much. Thank you, truly, from the bottom of my heart, for taking a chance on this tiny Oni with a big forehead and an even bigger heart. I had to figure out what I wanted to say there. I think that works. But yeah, thank you guys so much. I'm going to send you guys over to Ranchan's stream, because as pointed out, she should be starting soon. So we will raid into her. Yeah. Much love, Shorty. She just went live. Heck yeah. Timing of a champion. No one can ever say that I have bad timing. But yeah, thank you guys so much for everything. I will see you on Wednesday. Wednesday is going to be my next stream. But yeah, thank you. Have a good rest of your time zone. Yunotsu.